In this video, I'm going to go over really quickly how to set up a virtual machine using ESXi, which is a Type 1 hypervisor that is provided by VMware. So when you first set up the hypervisor and you log in, you're going to come to this page here. If you click on virtual machines to the left there underneath navigator, you can then click on create and register VM. Well, then takes you to this page, which allows you to either create a new virtual machine. You can deploy a virtual machine if you have an OVF or an OVA file, or you can register an existing virtual machine if you already have one created but it's not showing up here. So we're going to go with the first option. Here you just simply name it, so we'll do Win 2022, and then down here this allows you to pick what OS you're going to use. So we're going to do Windows, of course, and then we're going to do 2022. And then this right here just allows you to use some of the features that you generally wouldn't be able to use unless you had this enabled. So this will allow you to do like you could do actual virtualization within this server if you wanted to, and it just gives you some extra options with like secure boot and IOMMU, EFI, and anything else that you might need to use within that. So we'll hit next. Now here's where you get to pick where it's going to be stored. So this is going to be your data store. I'm going to do my NVMe, of course. So this is the SSD that ESXi is currently installed on. This is my ISO repository. So this is actually on a different server. I just have this link through NFS, which I might go over later on in another video. So we'll go with NVMe. Now here is where you get to pick what you want your VM to have, such as how many CPUs, how much memory, what size the hard disk is. Now these can be changed at any time. The hardest part would be probably the hard disk. That's kind of difficult to add more, take away from once you create it. It can be done, but it can be difficult. So we'll add 4 CPUs. We'll give it, you can also drop that down and then you can just type in 8 to have 8 gigabytes. And then the hard disk, 90 gigabytes is fair. That's generally what you would get. What ESXi does is it will give you the defaults that are recommended per the vendor. Then you do have to come down here and make sure you put in your data ISO, unless if you don't do this, you're not going to be able to boot the well, you can boot the VM, but it's not going to have an ISO to load off of, so it's not going to actually boot your virtual machine. So we'll go with the Windows 2022 ISO I have, and you could do extra settings. You can change up like the VM tools, power management, boot options, anything extra that you need it to do. You can do that from here. So we'll go ahead and hit next. This just goes over everything that we've set up. Now we'll hit finish, and that will create our virtual machine. So then if we come here, we hit this play button, that will boot it up, and then we're in. And it's as easy as that. Thank you for watching the video.